Chapter 33. Sam's nose itched. Not a tickle. I have a stray hair itch, but I have to dig this out of their itch. She pawed at her nose, but her hands hammered away like thick, clumsy clubs. Her throat felt like sandpaper, and she began to cough. Lisa Flynn rushed beside her in a flash, brushing her hand away from her face, and she placed an ice chip on her parched tongue. It took Sam several minutes to clear the cobwebs from her brain and realize she lay in the hospital. Again. What happened? She asked her mother. About that time, Dr. Sweet pulled aside the curtain and dazzled Sam with the warmest smile. She smelled like bubble gum. "Let me listen," Dr. Sweet said as she raised Sam's bed. Sam looked down and noticed the hospital gown. She groaned. How did she get into this? She wondered. "Are you hurting?" Her mother's concerned face anxiously peered at her from the opposite side of the bed. "Did I get shot?" Sam questioned before she even remembered what had taken place. But as soon as she spoke the question, memories of the morning flooded all around her. "No, Sam." "Juicy fruit. That's the kind of gum. But you're in shock. Everything seems good now, but I'm going to make you stay a few more hours so we can watch you." And with that pronouncement, Dr. Sweet reached up and pulled the oxygen tube from Sam's nose. "Thanks," Sam mumbled, and her paw found its mark and rubbed the tickle away from her nose. What happened? Sam looked to her mother for answers. Was anybody hurt? Sam braced herself, too frightened to ask again, but she had to know. Every centimeter, no millimeter of her body ached and felt like she'd been dropped off the roof of a building. But she had to know what had happened at school. Her mother pulled up a chair and lowered Sam's bed back down so they looked at each other, eye to eye. "Why on earth did you make Pops drop you off behind school today?" Lisa Flynn's voice sounded thin and quick. Sam knew that tone. She didn't hear it often, but when a Flynn child did something dangerous or stupid, "I don't know. I just knew that was where I was supposed to go today." That was the only answer Sam had. Her mother heaved a weary sigh and gently reached to place one auburn curl behind Sam's ear. "From what the police have pieced together so far, Nathan and Dustin rigged explosives to that air conditioning unit. They planned to wait until classes started and set off a bomb. When the kids came out of the building, they were going to start shooting. You surprised them. When you ran, Nathan fired at you. Officer North was keeping guard in that parking lot. He saw you running and heard the shots. You spoiled their plan, Samantha." Her mother kept gently stroking her hair. "But was anybody hurt?" Sam had to know. "Honey, we don't need to talk about this now. You've been in shock. This is serious. We really don't know much right now anyway." "You're a terrible liar. You know that, Mom. Please. Not knowing is a ton worse. Just go ahead and tell me. I'm fine. I promise I'm fine." Unlike her mother, Sam had become an exceptional liar. Her mother sighed a heavy sigh, and resigned herself. "Okay," she said. "Nathan and Dustin ran in different directions. Emergency protocol worked. All the kids evacuated safely. An emergency broadcast went out to the surrounding neighborhoods to be on alert for 2 suspects and consider them armed and dangerous. One was armed and dangerous. Sam knew that for a fact, but Dustin wasn't dangerous. Dustin had saved her life. Her mother wasn't talking, even though her head still fuzzed and she spun a little and the medicine made her nauseous. Sam demanded she continued. Another heavy sigh. As the kids evacuated the school, the assistant principals had the presence of mind to round up as many of Nathan's buddies as they saw. Several ran as the people approached them, but a few simply went willingly. I think they felt relieved that the ordeal was finally over. More silence. Sam's eyes bored into her mother, willing her to please just finish the story. Mom, it's okay. I need to know. Sam almost scolded her mother with emphatic tone, and Lisa knew Sam was right, but she just couldn't find the words. The plan after the explosion outside, well, the kids inside were to wait until they could find a crowded place, a stairwell, hallway, somewhere as the kids evacuated. Lisa Flynn stopped. Tears poured down her face. Her hand trembled as she stroked her precious daughter's beautiful auburn hair. 2 of the other boys, they had bomb vests, Sam. They were going to be suicide bombers. They were supposed to detonate themselves. Then Nathan and Dustin could take out more children as they fled outside. Hundreds could have died. Lisa Flynn's words were halted and choked, unthinkable, unspeakable. Children blowing themselves into oblivion to hurt other children? Lisa Flynn's heart broke. She simply couldn't understand or comprehend how something like this could possibly happen. Did anybody get hurt? Sam heard herself yell at her mother, but her mom didn't flinch. She just let tears fall. The kids who went with the police told them that they'd left their bombs in the school. The bomb squad swept everywhere. I think they took care of them all, and I'm not sure. They're still looking for some of the kids who ran. The ones at the police station gave the officers names. They're sweeping homes now, I think. They found Nathan in a neighborhood behind the school. He hid in somebody's pool house. He had guns on him, Sam, and a lot of ammunition. There was a standoff, but he finally gave up. He's in jail. Sam didn't care about Nathan Zorn. Dustin, Mom, Dustin. Sam knew the answer before she even asked the question. Now tears came, boiling, hot needles at the back of her eyes. He went to his mother's. They made really crude bombs, Sam, but her mother gulped, choking back her sobs. They think he just went to the house and set the thing off. They were the only people hurt, Sammy. But you saved hundreds of people today, baby. But she hadn't saved the one. Sam quit listening. Instead, she turned and vomited off the side of the bed. She vomited so violently until she could only heave and retch between her sobs. Her mother held her and stroked her hair and wept as Sam heard in her mind, I believe I can fly.